He came over one time.
I definitely came either in his mouth or on his face, though.
You came. No. You're remembering a picture of me with a load on my face that was yours. And you're. No, because we talked about this before. No, it's a picture that you remember. You came in his mouth. And he came in mine, I think.
No.
Did I come? This doesn't seem very fair.
So now you're telling me that I'm wrong, but you can't remember anything.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Raw and Unsolicited with me, Ryan.
And me, Andrew.
Why is every episode moving forward have to be like us being weirdos in the opening?
Us or me?
True, yes. Because I'm just saying yes because I'm probably going to be a weirdo eventually. Today we're going to talk about something we've been alluding to all season long. And we're finally going to dive in on like our side of it and what we think about it. And that is...
everyone's favorite subject.
It's not. It's no one's... no one's talking about this. That's why we want to. Open relationships.
Open relationships.
And polygamy. What is it? What is it again? Polygamy or polyamory is closer to an open relationship, or are they all open relationships?
So the definition of polygamy is the practice or custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same time. And polyamory is the practice of engaging in multiple romantic and typically sexual relationships with the consent of all the people involved.
So all options are considered open relationships.
It's funny because I thought the opposite, and I'm pretty sure that I talked about that. I think I've defined these before.
Wrong.
Incorrectly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, didn't you use your phone last time too?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, let's set the record straight. Here we are, correcting our mistake.
So there's polygamy, there's polyamory, there's open relationships. All of them are very similar, but all of them are slightly different. There's little nuances to
all right,
each.
so let's jump in on an open relationship.
So an open relationship, both polygamy and polyamory could be viewed as an open relationship.
Okay. What's an open relationship that has nothing to do with those two? Like you're open to sleeping with, hanging out with
I don't think it is.
other people?
No.
What's an open relationship then?
An open relationship is when you open your relationship outside of just the two people that started the
So
relationship.
that's just the base of it. Like the opening is the open relationship.
Correct. And how that open relationship looks and feels is going to be different in every relationship. And it's based off of communication.
You should not drink when we're recording anymore. You get weird. You get real weird.
It's based off of, what definitions
People are not
that
doing.
you put on it and what you agree upon.
Okay.
Essentially. So to get back to it, let's go back to this again. So polygamy is the practice or custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same time. So this is actually real relationships, husbands, wives.
And they
like,
all
this is
know
like-
of each other, and they all talk to each other. They all hang out, correct?
Yes.
One person in my life is exhausting enough. I give people that can do that credit.
I can't even be with myself. I exhaust myself.
Ditto. Yeah.
So
How do people do that? Do you have to like compartmentalize like each relationship differently, or like do you treat them all as one? How do you think that goes down?
I mean, it depends. It absolutely depends. I mean, you can sit here and you can think about like the sister wives and stuff like that, like the Mormon religion out in Salt Lake City, where it's very common to have these large families with, one husband with multiple wives and kids, and they live on a compound together and it's one big happy family.
There's no jealousy?
I mean, you'd have to ask them.
And I would love to. I would literally love to go to Utah and be like, hey guys,
I mean,
let's.
there's literally
sit down.
been TV programs and stuff all on them. Like you can
I don't
watch
watch a
that
lot.
too.
I'd rather sit in a room with someone, and I feel like I know people in my life that are in open relationships, but I don't know if it's like polygamy or polyamory or what. Like they don't know like the depths of their open relationship. But I would rather sit in a room with a human and ask them questions and them educate me than me watch a fucking dumbass TV show.
Right. Absolutely.
No offense to the TV show, but I'm good. I'd rather sit here with like Bob and Michelle and be like, tell me about you. How are you not jealous? I feel like I'd be jealous.
Coming to season 2.
We've already talked about season 2 too much. We're going to switch shit up, but it's going to be fun. But yeah, I, as a human, feel like I would be too jealous, which is probably why I'm not in and why when we opened it, it didn't work out.
So I think, well, we'll get into our situation in a minute, but I think that jealousy is a human feeling. It's something that everybody feels at certain times, and it can be triggered by different things. So for one person being in a relationship, seeing their partner with somebody else could automatically be jealousy. Where in another person's situation, seeing them with another person might not spark that jealousy, but seeing them do something that they wanted to do, or seeing them do something that they didn't get the chance to do, or
Isn't that cuckolding?
something, no, stop. Something along those lines could spark the jealousy different, right?
Oh, I see where you're going. I got an idea.
That jealousy piece of it might come into play at different situations and different circumstances, but might not be an overarching feeling being able to be in a relationship that has multiple partners. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's polygamy. So polyamory.
Why'd you say it like that? Polyamory.
So polyamory, I think, is more so what you consider to be an open relationship. I think this is
Me
more
personally?
so. Yes. And I think that this is more of like the widespread thought topic bubble of an open relationship. So to define it again, the practice of engaging in multiple romantic relationships, and typically sexual, with the consent of all the people involved. So this is, I am in a relationship with person A, and
Who are they?
person A is also screwing person C, or whatever the case may be. That is a polyamorous relationship.
And you
It
person
isn't-
are still screwing person C too, also, right?
Yes, no,
Maybe not.
maybe. It doesn't matter.
But there's an understanding that this is all happening.
It is with the consent of all people involved.
Got it.
So there are polyamorous relationships where only one of the partners has sex or has relations with other people, and it's not both of them.
That seems unfair.
I mean,
I
to each their
support
own.
that, but like, what? I guess maybe that other person doesn't have like a high sex drive, maybe.
Right,
So they're like, please, you take care of my husband or wife for me.
right.
Hey guys, I will happily do that for you. I have people in my life that are like, can you take my husband off my hands? And I'm like, girl, I would, but like, I won't do that. Ever since our situation, I will not. I don't even want to be the third anymore.
So sometimes, polyamory is opening your relationship together. So it's not about having sex or relationships separately, or one person with one person with another, one person, whatever. It's only together. So there's different types of it, right? So should we talk about our experience first?
So what we did, what did we do? What was our experience? Was it polyamory? Like we agreed to it.
Correct.
So it was polyamory.
Correct.
Okay. And then we
So-
searched.
So we opened our relationship to. We opened our relationship from the sense of not separate. It was only together. So we were open together. Does that make sense?
Well, the sex was together.
We opened our relationship together.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay. So the idea was to invite other people into our relationship and to have sex with them together. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So elaborate, explain a little bit for our audience.
What do you mean? We just went on the apps and found anybody that wanted to hang out with us.
Anybody?
Not
Just anybody?
Like we met it.
How many? There was thousands of
There was
them.
what, 2, 3 max?
Right.
2.
Right.
3? 2.
I mean, 3 technically, I guess.
It was, why am I in a blank?
One came as a couple. One
Okay.
came together.
But that never really went down with anything.
It did. I mean, my penis was in multiple people's mouths.
You're not wrong. Oh, the gray cloud. Oh, what a shame. Anyway, for the first one, dude, I found the video. Remember I was going to share the video?
Uh-huh.
I can't share it. His like face is in it. I can't do that to him. But I did find him on Facebook and my friend requested him.
Has he accepted?
No. I don't think he's on it.
Oh, okay. So anyway,
So we opened it. Stuff went down and then what like I don't there's no more to it. Like we've talked about this multiple times. There's really nothing else to it.
Okay.
Right? Is there?
so
I mean, you guys were hanging out separately as like friends.
okay, that's besides the point.
Exactly.
So when we're talking about us opening our relationship, what are your feelings on it?
I don't regret it, but I wouldn't do it again.
Can I elaborate a little bit on that?
Because I'm glad we did it because I thought that's what we needed, but I wouldn't do it again because I feel like that didn't help the end of our relationship. Whether
Do you
we
think-
were on separate paths or not, it did not help our relationships. Bringing someone else that was literally your type to a T into our relationship. Think about it. He was literally your type to a T. And I'm like, hey, come on in. And then I'm like, goodbye. Right? Didn't help my side of the story.
Okay.
Do you have anything to say?
Those are your only feelings on the situation.
Yeah. I mean, I might have more if you dive in. I might be like, ding, ding, light bulb.
So my feelings on the situation are, first, it wasn't something that I desired. It wasn't something that I wanted. It was something that you asked for multiple times over and over again until essentially I folded. Am I correct?
Well, you folded because you saw him.
No, because that wasn't the first person.
Okay.
Okay, so first off, the whole situation folded when we were in Los Angeles and we were making out with some guy at the bar.
You
Correct?
had a dog and you wanted to meet his dog. Yeah.
Correct.
We talked about all of that.
And I was messaging people on Instagram. You messaged somebody on Facebook that you knew that used to work for the same company that you worked for, but lived out in that direction. So I sent him a picture of my flaccid penis and then he never responded. Do you remember this?
I do. I have all the messages still.
Do you?
Yeah. I sure do. Should we post them on the Instagram?
You've never talked to him since?
Mm-mm. You ruined that for me because he was very into me until you sent a flaccid penis.
Oh yeah, I'm
He
sure.
was, dude. He stalked my soul until that last final picture.
Got it.
I'm not even being like bratty about it. Like, I wouldn't say I'm better looking than you. I mean, I am, but I wouldn't say it. I mean, then I wasn't because I was like, a lot.
Anyway, back to the situation. So, finally, we opened the relationship, even though it wasn't what I wanted, right? So then we finally did. And then I was super uncomfortable with it the entire time.
We both were.
No. You were so fucking excited about it. You were like, yes, dick in my mouth. I am so excited.
But I didn't have.
You were like yelling at me because I'm sitting there like nervous, like on the couch, like fucking shaking.
We were in the
like,
bedroom.
No, this not when people came over, not before they came over. Like when you're talking to somebody and you're like, "Oh, they're on their way." I'm like, "What?"
We
I'm
were
like
both
so
panicking.
fucking nervous.
Remember we were looking
No.
out the front window? He like pulled up. We were like, "It's happening." I remember.
But at the same time, you've had so much experience with that type of shit. I've never met somebody off of an app and just met up with them.
You do now, though, so you're welcome.
I mean, kind of, but not really. I usually FaceTime first. There's usually multiple steps before that.
Okay.
But besides the point. So I hated every second of it.
You came.
Every fucking second of it.
You couldn't have hated it that bad
I
if you
barely
came.
stayed hard. I was not
Yeah, I
able
remember
to
you
continue.
making me finish. I remember you making me take over for him because I think you were so nervous.
That sounds accurate.
But I don't remember if I. Yeah, I don't remember.
Did he come over twice? He did, right?
No.
I'm pretty sure he came over twice.
I promise he didn't. No.
Are you positive?
100% positive. Yes. He came over one time.
I definitely came either in his mouth or on his face, though.
You came. No. You're remembering a picture of me with a load on my face that was yours. And you're. No, because we talked about this before. No, it's a picture that you remember. You came in his mouth. And he came in mine, I think.
No.
Did I come? This doesn't seem very fair.
So now you're telling me that I'm wrong, but you can't remember anything.
He only came over once for sure. Who came where? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure you came on my face.
I didn't.
You came in his mouth then, or he came on my face maybe?
No. I think we both came.
In my mouth?
Yes, you came in your mouth. What?
No, we both, you and
Yes.
I think you meant me, you and him.
Yes. I don't think he came.
Remember he showered afterwards?
Yeah.
He's like, do you mind if I shower?
Yeah.
And we just like sat in the room like laughing and like, what the fuck is happening? We talked about this too before.
Yes.
Anyway. Again, don't regret it. I just don't know that it helped anything. Like I thought it was going to.
Right.
And I don't judge people that do it. I give them credit for being able to do it and having no jealousy.
Well, we
and-
didn't get that far. We're still talking about us.
Okay, so then the next time we met another couple on one of the apps, and we hung out like, well, platonically?
Friends.
Is that the
Yeah.
word? Platonically?
A few times.
A bunch of times, actually. Like, we did game night and dinners and concerts, and we like hung out for a month or so. Maybe a little longer.
I can tell you exactly.
Sure, I'm sure
I
you
can,
can.
I can tell you dates off the top of my head.
I'm sure you can. You've always been weird at that stuff.
So it was 13 days to be exact between the day that we met them
Why do you remember that? That's so weird. Because
and
you were so in love with him already right at the gate, weren't you?
the day that we went to the
You
concert.
were. You're
We
not
went to the
denying
concert.
it.
We left the concert early. They
Correct.
went back to their house and showered and got ready.
Then they came to our house?
And then they came to our house. And then my pants were down. My penis was in multiple people's mouths. I think somebody said, let's go upstairs. And you said, I can't do this. You shut the whole thing down.
Because I was in charge.
Okay? You shut the whole thing down because you were uncomfortable with the situation in that moment.
Because I didn't want the gray cloud there.
Oh my God.
I mean, I said I wish the other one wasn't there too, I guess, right?
So, yeah.
And that was two. There's only two. Well, no, the third time was with the same person from the other one.
Yeah.
And that was what, on my birthday, right?
Well, I mean, there were multiple times, I think, in between there, right? Because, like, we hung out and we played games and, like, you made us, like, make out on the couch.
The three of us, yes.
Right.
Why did we never invite that other one again?
And then I think the one time, like, yeah, the one time we came, like, he blew us and we came and then he left and then he came. But yes, 100%.
No, I have Furbo video. Neither of us came. The dog camera was recording everything, and none of us came.
100%. I know for a fact that you came. And I'm 98% sure that I came as well.
We
Yes.
both came in his mouth?
Yes. Yes.
Is that when you fell in love? When did you realize like I'm having feelings for this person?
When we kissed.
Which was when?
When you made us kiss on the couch.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. Say thank you.
Thank you.
I'm also you're welcome for me ruining your life too.
Thank
Because
you.
he did that to you too.
Thanks.
Why didn't you tell me that? You're like, I think I'm having feelings for this person, and then we could have talked about it.
Because what would that have looked like? What would that have sounded like?
You being an adult, I still would have been crazy for sure.
Right.
But like we should have talked about it. That I could have beat you up then. I'm
Got
just kidding.
it. We kicked you out sooner. You would have got less money then. Because
Thank you for kissing him behind my back. Did you ever do anything behind my back? No, right? You said? Or did you?
No, I told you what happened. So
When I called that one?
yeah.
No, there was nothing else other than that? Do you want to admit it now while we're talking about it?
I mean, there were like a couple times that we like made out like in the parking lot. But
But we weren't together.
That was still
Yeah, it
after
doesn't
we weren't
count.
together,
Yeah,
right?
I'm talking about while we were still figuring shit out.
Mm-mm. No.
Nothing. Now's your chance.
No.
I have a confession. No, I'm
What?
kidding. I'm just kidding.
So my feelings then obviously were very uncomfortable with the whole situation. I didn't feel like it was necessary to invite other people into our relationship, and I still have similar feelings to that. I still feel like if you're in a committed relationship with somebody, there's no need for other people to be in your relationship.
I agree. That's why I said I don't regret it, but I will not do it again. And I won't even be the third because I'm worried that I would do that to them.
Yeah.
That's why I said I give people credit that can do it. Who knows? We both might be down the line and be like, guess what I'm doing, Ryan? I'm like, me too, and we might be in like, oh, but who knows?
Right.
Who knows?
And it's where you're at in that relationship, and it's where you're at in life, and there's lots of reasons that people open their relationship, and I'm not knocking anybody for doing it.
What do you think the majority of the reason people open relationships is for? Sexual?
Sexual.
See, I feel like a lot of people just don't enjoy their partner, so they find someone who's like a more fun companion, but they want that person as a backup. Is that reason people do open relationships?
Huh?
Because do people have an open relationship because they want that person on the back burner, but they don't want to like leave them? So they want like another option?
No.
I don't know. That's how I view it. I'm like,
So the
clearly not
person that they're
happy.
in a relationship with is the one that's on the back burner?
Yeah, they're not enjoying them for some reason, but they want to keep them there. So they find someone else. They get their partner to agree to find someone else.
Is that what you did?
No, but I feel like that's my like ignorant mentality of why people do that.
I think that at the end of the day, for me, my thought process is people open their relationship because they are lacking something from their current relationship.
Yeah, and they don't want the other person to
It
go
doesn't.
away completely, so they want them as like an option.
So you're saying that so you are saying
and I
that.
said yes.
You said no.
No, I did not. I said yes, and then I elaborated on it.
So I mean, yes, but no. Just because you're lacking something from your relationship doesn't mean that you don't love your partner anymore.
I'm not saying
It doesn't mean that you're not in love with that person. So you're not putting them on the back burner. It's
But
not
you-
like,
but you
I don't
kind
really
of are
care
because
about
you're
them anymore.
spending less time with them.
but
Because you're
no.
spending more time with this new person that you found that your other person agreed with.
But is that usually the case? That's not usually the case. Usually when you open a relationship and you're bringing a third party in, or you have the side piece or whatever the case may be, that's what they are, is they're just the every once in a while kind of thing.
Oh.
It doesn't become the priority.
So then what is it then when you're seeing that person more than your husband or wife? Is that polygamy at that point?
No. Did you get married to this new person?
Polygamy is marriage. Sorry. Yeah. So when you're in a polyamorous relationship and you're seeing your new person more than
It
your,
doesn't matter.
nobody thinks that matters. Like no one cares. Everyone's just like la 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 la.
It depends on the circumstances
This
and
is
what
why
you
I
put
don't-
up.
I'm so ignorant about it. I don't understand it. I can't wrap my mind around it.
Okay. So hold on. So, feelings on the situation. So, could you ever see yourself in any sort of polyamorous situation?
I could be in a throuple for sure.
Okay. Now, in that throuple, would you all have to start at the same time?
That would be ideal. So we've talked about this before. That would be ideal. So I'm not jealous of like any prior connection or inside joke they may have, or not even jealous, but like I don't want to be like, what? What do you mean?
Okay.
I could totally do it 100%. If we all started at the same time, I'd be so good at it.
Okay.
Because I would know my part. I would know the expectation.
Do you have any more to say on this?
Probably. I don't have it
this
right.
possible part of my question.
I don't have anything. Possibly, but no.
Okay. Next part of the question.
I hate this light behind you.
Currently speaking,
Mhm.
Are you having sexual relationships with multiple people?
No,
Yes.
I'm not.
You are. Yes, you are.
When's the last time I had sex?
I don't know.
No, I'm
Sexual
not.
relations, friends with benefits, a blowjob here or there, texting somebody.
Huh?
Yes or no?
Baseline, yes, but like we need to
Okay.
dive in more. I don't know what you're at. Where are you going?
Okay.
Where are you going? I'm nervous.
Now, are any of these people aware that there are other people?
Yes.
Okay. So are you not in a form of a polyamorous relationship currently?
No, I see where you're going, and no, that's not how that works.
Hold on.
It might be.
Hold on. Let me read the definition
You're
again.
right. I'm fucking hearing the
The
definition in my.
practice.
I'm hearing. Shut the fuck up. You generalized it and made it too vague and basic. It is more than what the description is saying.
It's not.
So, me having a bunch of friends with benefits that know about each other, I'm in a polyamorous relationship. I'm part of polygamy. What is the fucking word I am again?
Polyamory.
So I'm a polyamorous partner because
You are a
I suck
polyamorous.
multiple dicks that know about each other.
Correct.
Well, then yes, I have a lot to say about this thing. I have a lot to say about this subject.
Okay. I have another question. do you have more to say? Go ahead.
No, I do, but I don't because you you just switch everything up and now it's all on me. And now you're like la 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 la. Go ahead.
Okay. So,
Next season's just be you asking me questions again.
So, if given the opportunity, given the circumstances, for you and I to be in a relationship, or not you and I, like, let's not say you and I, let's say the relationship,
Us.
let's say that the relationship that you and I had,
Mm-hmm. Have like right now, currently,
Yes.
okay?
and you had it with someone else, but
What?
not me.
Just shut up. Go. You and I.
Could you be in a relationship and still do what you're doing?
So you're saying like,
If you had a chance to get back with me right now
uh-huh.
and nothing else changes and you're able to continue doing your own thing and doing
So
everything
I'm just
that
sucking
you're
your dick while sucking all these other dicks?
sure.
Or you and I are now in a committed relationship.
No.
So you and I are friends, as we are. And like, we're like, oh no, your dick's in my mouth. And then I suck other dicks. I don't understand what you're asking.
So you and I have a relationship that we currently have.
Okay.
We go out to a concert every now and again. We hang out. We go to a party. We do this,
Okay.
whatever.
Yes, because I'm doing that
And
while I'm
you're able
sucking
to do-
dicks. Yes, I'm still doing that.
Okay. So why is
Why
that?
can't I be
diff-
friends with you and suck dick?
So why now that you're seeing it all in this way, why can you not be in a polyamorous relationship?
I didn't say I couldn't. I said now that you put it that way. Play that back? No. I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure I said now that you put it in that way, like I am in one. Because if it's all these regulars, why do you come into this? You have nothing to do with this. You're a friend. Why are you trying to make it about yourself?
I'm not.
You're like,
I'm not.
You be my friend while you suck a lot of dick. Yes, I can totally be your friend while I suck all the dicks in the tri-state area. That has nothing I don't understand what you were saying. Like, where do you come in while I'm sucking dick?
Let's say that you had a relationship like you have with me currently, but it's not me, and you're actually in a relationship. So now you have a title.
Can we just say I have a boyfriend?
Sure.
Why do you stop making it about yourself? I am talking to
Because I'm giving you a perfect example of something that you would actually like. So, okay.
Are you saying? I fucking hate you.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Get over yourself. I'm so in love with you.
That's not what I'm saying. Okay. So
I think you've had too many to drink.
You have a relationship with me. There's a title to it. We're actually in a relationship.
Friends. Yeah, there is.
No. I'm saying we're actually
So you and
boyfriends.
like, let's date again. Cool. Let's try it again.
Cool.
Okay.
But we're not having sex. You're not sucking my
But I'm not
dick.
dating you. So I'm friends.
Just understand the example.
Your example is stupid.
Okay.
Can you relate that to any of my friends that I have currently? Can you say like
No.
you and Bob are now
No.
in a polyamorous relationship, or you?
No. I can't because you don't have friends.
I don't have male friends. You're not wrong. I have you. You're the only male friend I have, and my friend's husband. You're not wrong. So if I had a male friend, could I be in a relationship, transition into their relationship with them, and then be polyamorous with other people?
No. If you had a deep-rooted relationship with somebody that was built on friendship and hanging out and had nothing to do with sex.
Okay. Got it. Now I'm understanding that's why you come in.
Correct.
Got it.
And you're in a relationship with them, but now you want sex from elsewhere.
Okay.
Could you do that?
I don't know, because I don't know what's my expectation. Like, say it's not you, because like if I think about you, like I know where that's going nowhere. So say it's someone that's like you, but I do want more. I don't know. Because if I go other way, are they going to not eventually want to have sex with me now because I went to the other side?
It's an agreement that you've made. Like everyone's in the know. Everybody knows what's going on.
And I get that, and everybody
That's
says
why I'm
that.
giving it as an example of me. That's why the example is me in this scenario, because it's so easy to say you and I aren't going to have sex, but now all of a sudden we're in a relationship, and you can go do your own thing, and I can go do my own thing.
Why would two friends be in a relationship? This is why I'm mind fucked. Why would we ever be in a relationship? As
I don't know.
friends?
There could be multiple reasons.
Are you giving me more money?
No, there could be companionship. There could be loyalty.
Which ultimately is all I need.
There could be
Maybe. Do you want to do this?
sharing of funds. There could be
We're never doing a joint bank account ever again.
not necessarily that, but you're splitting costs.
I know what you're saying.
Like there could be lots of pros to the situation.
There is a lot of pros to this situation.
I'm sorry I gave this example. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I gave this as an example.
Yeah, but everybody else is listening is loving this. No, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I'm not going to lie. I would say, yes, I could do that because you're not going to care. So why would I not do it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so I'm getting in a relationship with you just for companionship now because like we've been friends for so long. We're like, let's just hang out all the time is what you're saying?
Sure.
Let's just like create like a really deep friendship.
Maybe.
Do people do that?
Maybe it's about cohabitation.
Can we get a different house though? I don't want to move back into our old house.
You're not moving in with me anywhere ever. It doesn't matter. This is a hypothetical situation.
But that's what's funny. No. Yeah, I could definitely do that. As long as everyone is in agreement, what you're saying is what the definition is.
Right.
Could you do that? It took a really long time to get to this answer. And it was such a stupid question. My mind was ping ponging in every other way that it could have.
I mean, I think I could. Like, so one of the things that I used to say, like when I was younger and stuff, is like, I've always kind of wanted a partner, like a life partner, and that life partner doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't have to be.
Isn't that a soulmate?
Possibly.
You
Yeah, I
have
mean, it
that
could
already.
be. No, I don't. So, one of the examples that I gave was like, I could always have like a Will and Grace situation. Like, they live together, they're always there, like they're best friends, you know, they're always doing things together, whatever. But they both go and do their own thing. They sleep with other people, they date other people, whatever. But they always have each other, and they're always right there. Like, they cohabitate. You know what I mean? They do everything together.
But I think that's every young gay boy's dream. But now, as a gay man, is that something you still want? Like, you would just have a friend you cohabitate with?
I could.
Nothing
okay.
else is going to happen. That seems unrealistic.
I can't promise anything, but I'm just saying.
You're a fucking dirtbag. As am I. That's why, no.
But I'm just saying.
I could never do it.
I could. But, like, that's the thing. Like, who cares? If you're both grown adults and you both do something, you both do something.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, if you choose to do it.
This podcast should be recorded by video because we are so funny.
Well, he just winked at me.
I'm funny.
He just winked at me.
I winked.
And I'm very uncomfortable and I need to leave. And this episode is over. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
See you next Tuesday.
No.
I'm just kidding. But no, I get what you're saying, but I don't know that that's even realistic because we're both very emotional beings. Even if you set up that expectation, I think it's going to... Everyone.
Have you ever been like super like anxious about a situation or nervous about a situation and like build all this hype up before something happened and then it actually happened and you were like, oh my God, that was so easy. That was so fun. That was so...
Yeah,
like,
everybody does that.
So I think that that's what this is. Like, you are building all of this anxiety and stuff about a situation that you haven't experienced, that you don't know about, that you have no idea.
And you could be very well
if
right.
you actually get into that situation and you actually try it, you might absolutely love it. It might be the best thing ever.
That's why I said I could be a throuple, possibly. I'm not against anything at all.
Right.
I've just haven't experienced a lot of things. I've also experienced a lot of things. So you know me, I'm open to everything and I never say no to anything and I'll try anything 3 times. I really will.
Right.
Except for open relationships. I'm kidding. I even joke about that with like my friends and family. Like, I will never open my relationship again, but I really don't know that either. I say that, but I don't know that.
Right.
I might meet someone who'd be like, no, I really like, we might have such a good connection. Not saying we didn't, but we might have like a really deep connection. Like we have an even deeper trust that I can trust that is going to, I don't know. I have no idea.
Right.
I say never and no. You never know about anything. I'm open to everything in life.
So in my last relationship,
I never say never.
In my last relationship,
except for fisting again. I'll never do that again.
So he was always in open relationships. Always. That was always what he's used to. And going into the relationship, I said, I am a monogamous person. I do not want an open relationship. I don't want to have sex with other people. I don't want to have 3-ways, orgies, side things, any of that. That's not what I desire at all. And at first he was like, that's fine. I love you. I want to make you happy. I want to be monogamous. I can be monogamous, you know, whatever. Little bit down the line, it was, you know, I don't really know if I can. Like, you know,
like that was him being honest with
yes, you know, I desire this. I want something more, you know, yada yada, whatever. And I was like, well, I don't think that that's going to work for me. Like, I don't think that that's going to work for me. And he's like, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm just trying to tell you, like, I would like this, like, and I want to do it with you. I don't want to go behind your back. I don't want to lie. I don't want to cheat. I don't want whatever. Like, I want to do it with you, but I think that I desire more. And I said, okay, that is something that I'm willing to try, but
To make this work?
we have to establish something deeper before that happens.
So this was early in your relationship.
We're
he was
still,
saying this?
I don't remember the time exactly.
You don't.
But I don't. It
Can
all
you
blends
give me
together. If I
dates?
really, really, really thought about it, I probably could, but I'm not really thinking about it right now. So I was like, we need to be more established. Like, we need to actually have that trust and that communication and, all of that first. Like, I need to be deep rooted in this, and I need you to be deep rooted in it first as well before I can be comfortable doing that. And he pushed back a little bit, but ultimately we kind of agreed upon that. So I don't know if me being open to it or what, but things sped up very quickly, and we did end up, I don't want to say opening our relationship, but kind of, sort of.
Played together.
We played together, right. And we had a couple different experiences. We had one where it was like at like a adult bookstore viewing booth type thing, where initially it was kind of like, let's just watch together. And then it got to, well, you can do stuff and I'll watch. Like, I don't want, like, that's weird, whatever.
You were watching?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we had an experience with like an acquaintance of his who came over to the house, and we kind of did stuff together.
Your house or his?
His.
I'm just trying to understand like the control part of all of this right now. That's all. That's the reason I ask.
Okay.
Like, you're not in control of any of this right now. If you think about what you're saying, you are not in control of any of this.
I wasn't. I
Okay.
absolutely was not.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
And then we had another experience where we another like adult bookstore type situation, viewing booth, whatever, I don't know, whatever, where we both had sex with somebody, and we both fooled around with a couple different people, whatever. Like, so there were multiple situations that did that. And I think that I feel like, this is my thoughts and feelings after the fact, I feel like me allowing that, quote unquote, like me like saying like, yes, we can do that, kind of like opened the door to, okay, well, if he's okay with this, then he'll be okay if I go do my own thing. Where I wasn't, and that's not what we communicated. So ultimately he did cheat on me.
And he might have had that goal in his mind the whole time. Honestly, maybe he was not fully
Who knows?
honest. Who knows? You're not
And
gonna
it
ever
doesn't
know.
matter. It doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there.
Well, it's there. It's in the past.
Right. But that was another experience for me in the sense of opening things up and having, experiences in that sense.
So, do you think you ultimately opened your relationships because you loved the other people so much that, or like, what was the reason you've ultimately agreed to it both times? Because that's what we or they wanted. I don't want to say we. I'll say they wanted. Like, why did you put yourself in that position, and then twice?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely for the other person in the relationship. Absolutely, it wasn't something that I was looking for. It wasn't something that I wanted.
So my question to you now is, if you did it one time and it didn't work, why do it the second time? Like, you literally put yourself in that position the second time.
You literally say, I'll try anything 3 times.
I'm asking you. I know what I would do. I'm asking you.
Just because it didn't work the first time doesn't mean that it can't work another time.
Okay.
And
so are you going to do it again?
There were different circumstances. There were different people involved. There was what I thought to be different connections and communications throughout the process. So would I do it again? I'm not going to say no.
Well, you don't regret it, right?
I do.
No,
like
you don't. You cannot regret anything you do in life.
I mean, I don't regret it, but if I were to go back, I wouldn't do it again.
In those relationships,
Yes.
can't change it. So here's
Right.
what it is.
I do think that it would have to be different, though. The entire situation would have to be different. I think, to your point,
I think you need to be in control,
correct. To your point, I wasn't in control in any of these situations.
and which is weird because you are often always in control.
Right.
So you must, yeah.
And I think that, again, it needs to come back down to, like, it has to be really, like, structured and understanding and, like, lots of communication and lots of, these are the boundaries and whatever the case may be. And it has to be after the relationship is deep rooted.
Okay. I mean,
But at the same time, if the relationship is super new and I don't really care about the relationship, I feel like that could be okay as well.
so now you're trying to be lighthearted about it.
No, but seriously. Like, if I just started talking to somebody and I'm like, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah,
Like, this is
and we just do it.
that was a lot of you. So he's like, hey, Andrew, this is my friend Steve, and then you guys just fall asleep together. There's all three of you. That's fine now
Maybe.
because you're also new. I don't know. I don't have any judgment. I don't have any opinion.
Do you have any examples of anything else for you? Like any other?
Do you have any that you need me to talk about that I probably told you, but I don't remember?
No.
Usually a lot of your probing questions, you know where you want me to go, and I'm like, potato.
No.
I don't have any other examples. I've only done it once, but apparently I'm polyamorous that I didn't even realize.
What about people you know? Is there
I
anybody
mean,
that you know?
I have people
that-
in my life that like they're married and they have a boyfriend and a girlfriend like separately, and they all hang out as four. They all hang out as separate or three, and but I'm finding that they're hanging out with the newer one more. Like they're seeing their newer partner more. So that's where I'm like, where does the jealousy not come in? And like, do you not care because you have this newer person? That's why like I want to just sit in a room and like just ask all these questions.
But I also think in any new relationship, you're getting to know somebody. So
So you spend more time with them. I get that.
So
But like, how is the other person not jealous? Is it because they are with that other person too?
who knows?
Like,
We don't know. I don't know these people,
say
so
it's
I don't know.
Michelle and Bob, and Bob met a new girl, and so did Michelle. So if Bob and his new girl broke up, would he then become jealous because Michelle's hanging out with her new guy? Maybe. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Possibly.
I give people credit because I don't know that I am have the mental capacity to deal with that. Apparently I'm doing it, but I don't, I really don't look at what I'm doing as that. Cause I'm not, I just, there's not
So
really
from-
like a relationship or there's a connection because I wouldn't keep blowing you if there wasn't a connection.
So either from the outside looking in or from verbal communication from them, are they happy?
The couple? Or
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't asked them about that because I've only seen them with their
Do they
other
look
partner.
happy?
I haven't seen them together in quite some time.
Do they seem happy as separate?
When
Do
I
they
see-
seem
yes,
happy?
Which is all that matters, yes. Which is I know it's where you're going and I get that.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm just trying to understand it all.
Do you know anybody else that are in open relationships?
Do I?
Yes, you do.
I do. Mouth the names to me. Who? Write it down. He's mouthing something to me, but I don't know what he's saying. This is some Patreon stuff. We gotta have. Oh, got it. I know what you're saying. So, what do you think they are? You think they're open?
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, they play separately. They play together. I don't know. So, what is that? What are they doing? That's polyamorous.
Yes.
What about them? What do you want to know? I do know them. And
Are they happy?
yeah, I've seen them at like family parties and yeah.
Okay. I know a lot of people that are in open relationships.
So like it's clear that it works. I think you just need to find the person that it works with. Right? No? Because like I've always ignorantly viewed open relationships as like, and you said it, like something's missing, but I always look at it as like a negative, not like I'm trying to find like a hole and like create this.
Fill it.
No,
Fill the
stop.
hole.
Don't be a dirtbag. For one time, not being a dirtbag. Because I said hole and I was like, I got a boner. No, like you're trying to find a hole in a relationship and make it a full relationship with that new person. Is that ultimately what's like happening?
It depends. It
That's why
depends.
I just want to sit in a room with someone.
Sometimes some people
and-
that are in open relationships, it's literally their sex drive is at 7,000 and all they want to do is just fuck. And they're
the
just
other
out
one's at
there and they're
4.
just fucking people. And it has nothing to do with emotions. They don't know people's names. It means nothing. Like, but it's okay because all they want to do is just have sex. And that's okay. There's lots of examples and lots of things that are okay.
I don't think I have advice for anybody in a open relationship.
I have lots of advice.
Well, then give it, because I'm just going to take your advice. If I'm ever going to try it again, I'm just going to take your advice because I really don't have much to say.
My advice is to be open-minded. So if your partner approaches you and wants to open the relationship, be open-minded about it. Don't shut it down. Don't make them feel like they're doing something wrong or that their feelings are invalid. Communicate.
I was going to say, I feel like that's what you did with me in the beginning. That when I was trying to open it, you were like,
I don't. But yes, I did, but no, I didn't because I asked you why. And I did like, why? Like what? Like why? And your answer was always like, well, I think that's what you want.
it was ultimately for you because like I don't know.
And so
Communicate more is all I have to say. I
so
guess.
when you said like, I think it's what you want, yes, it was easy for me to shut it down because no, it wasn't what I wanted. You know what I mean? So yes, I was.
Why did I keep pursuing it? Did I secretly want it? Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I mean, you've talked about it on every episode on here. You love sucking dick, so yeah, that's probably exactly what you wanted.
So if I came to you and I was like, "Hey, I would love to just suck more dicks other than yours," would you let me?
No.
Then you should let me suck your dick more. Every day wasn't enough.
So anyway, my advice is just be honest. Like, if it's something that you want to explore, if it's something that you want to bring to your relationship, be honest with your partner and let them know, like, this is what I want. This is how I want it. Like, whatever the case may be. And at the end of the day, you have to compromise and you have to come to a resolution and a conclusion and all of that good stuff. And
Yeah.
I think it's
Yes.
healthy.
Healthy.
Stop. I think it's healthy. An open relationship is not something that should be looked down upon or thought negatively
But it
about.
often is because there's no conversation about it, which is why I want to have a conversation with someone about it so like we can help people understand it.
Right.
Season 2.
It doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't. And it might. And if it's something that you really want to explore and you are in a relationship with somebody who doesn't really want to explore it, then maybe you're in the wrong relationship,
Which is a whole different conversation.
which is a whole different conversation.
But you won't get to unless you communicate.
Right.
I think just communicate, like, literally every episode we talk about communication.
And take baby steps to it too. So maybe it's like, let's fool around together. Like, so let's start by watching other people have sex. Let's start by, like touching somebody or, just anonymously giving somebody a blowjob. Your husband and your wife, you're both giving the same blowjob. Like, it can be like little itsy bitsy tiptoe into the situation. And, it's not a bad thing.
Guys, he has some great advice for you there.
And if you are going to, make sure that you're safe about it. So, especially if you're in a relationship, that is what?
You're like about to do a Trojan condom commercial.
Experience
Hey, guys.
raw.
I mean,
Experience.
who are we to tell people to
New
protect
Trojan.
the sex when our podcast is raw and unsolicited?
Shut up.
Guys, raw
I'm saying-
dog every hole you
Stop
encounter. Just fill every hole with your DNA.
Be safe. Communicate with that partner. Don't go out there just fucking random holes. Make sure that you communicate with with the new person. Make sure that you get tested.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you are taking proper precautions.
Mm-hmm.
Just be safe. Don't show up randomly in an alley. Like, be safe. Let people know where you're going. Shut up. Why can't I tell people to be safe?
And we'll see you next Tuesday.
See ya.